Okay, so I'm Marjory Cesar. I have been an agent, so November of this year will make 20 years.
Wow.
It's my 20th year in real estate. Wow. Um, and I've been with Keller Williams, so this year is 11 years. So last year was 10 years being with Keller Williams, it just flew by. And those are really the only years I really count, because, being with Keller Williams is what really helped me run my business like a business. So, yeah. And what was your other question?
Well, that was just it. Just introducing yourself.
Okay.
You've been an agent.
Yeah. And you said you're the youngest of 6. I am the oldest girl of 6.
I am the youngest. There's 5 girls and 1 boy.
Same with me.
Really?
I'm the oldest girl, and the boy's the oldest. In ours, yeah.
The boy is the second youngest in ours. I love them so much. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay.
So you are a member of the ALC.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that plays a role into your business today?
How does it play a role? Well, I love being a part of the ALC because, number one, I get to communicate and, speak with other top agents, which always helps to collaborate, see what's going on in the market, what's a good idea in your business, what's not a good idea. And then I will say, the part it plays is we also get to have a say on what's happening in the office as well. And helps us to stay in the mindset of running like a business. We get to be a part of what's going on in the office, how it runs as a business, which helps, in our view of how we run our own team. Yeah.
I've heard the run it like a business. Libby said that earlier too. She was really emphasizing, she was like, no, real estate is a business. At the end of the day,
it is.
You are running a business, especially as an individual agent.
Yeah.
And how, that's just, I could not.
Yeah, and that's the thing why I say, even though I have been a realtor since 2006, one of the major difference and why I count my 11 years now with Keller Williams more than all the 20 years is because that's one of the main reasons, is learning to run like a business, and also that helps provide even better service for the people you work with. So yeah.
So again, you're a very successful individual agent. What do you think has contributed most to your growth over the years?
What has contributed most to my growth? I'd say all of the tools that I've had access to, the people I've had access to, and always being willing to learn, just having a growth mindset, and always staying in line with education and knowing that I don't know everything, and that every year there's something new. I mean, we're even in a different market right now, and there's always different ways to adapt. So I'd say coming to the office meetings, coming to the classes, going to family reunion, going to mega camp, and just taking it all in and growing. I mean, I'm definitely not the same person I was 11 years ago. I mean, at all. So yeah.
That's amazing. I've heard, so I haven't gone to mega camp or anything. What was that experience like as an agent to be able to put yourself in that environment?
Okay, so I guess I got to give a little background to it. So when I was, 2015, family reunion is the reason I joined Keller Williams. So I was about to leave the real estate business and go back into accounting. Reached a place where it just was not working and I had to do something else. And I was invited to family reunion by a cousin in Florida. It was in Orlando at the time. And the major difference that I found was the culture, and how literally agents that are successful doing what they're good at, because there's so many different ways to run a real estate business or a different way to obtain new clients and meet new people. Agents just come there and share how they do what they are good at, right? So if you know you love networking and events, then you go to a class where an agent is talking about how they use networking and events to run their business at a high level. And so that was like, it was a shock. There was a lot. It was like drinking through a fire hose, because like it's just so much information. And I came from brokerages where I couldn't even ask a top agent how they did, like how are you doing this? It was like, you're not even allowed to do that. And then to right before I'm going to leave the business, go to an event where everyone is telling you exactly what they did was like, whoa. So it was awesome. It fired me up, and then at that point I decided I was going to give myself 6 months to see if I could stay in the business or not. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's one thing I loved about Keller Williams is, like, again, this is my first experience in, the working world, and immediately I was like welcomed in with open arms, and they were like, how can we help you? Like, please, like, let's figure this out. And like everyone is just constantly like helping each other, like at the end of the day. And I love that. Like, you don't find that in a lot of places.
No, and that's the whole culture of Keller Williams, and how I felt like I found my people. Because again, I've been at other offices and it's not like that. And so that's why I really like the emphasis that's put on culture and how we treat each other and win-win, and like having a servant's heart. So many people here have a servant's heart, for sure. So yeah.
So, okay. In what ways, I feel like you've kind of touched on this, but in what ways has Keller Williams supported you as your business has evolved?
Well, I've always had someone to go to, regardless of where I was growing, where I was in my growth, right? So, even just the assistant team leader at the time took time out to just meet with me as I was deciding how to get my finances in order, right? I had never really been taught how to get my finances in order. So monthly meetings for that. Authorine, who's in the office, met with me. I had a big goal. I had always wanted to go to a Tony Robbins event. It was just a goal of mine, and I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. And she met with me one day just to meet with me. We broke it down, and I want to say 6 months later, I was at a Tony Robbins event, and it completely changed my life. So it's like this, there's always been support, whether it's our team leader, Jim, or anyone in the office. I feel I've been supported in all different ways. Yeah.
I love it. It's truly like, I've never felt anything like this. What tools, systems, or resources at Keller Williams have made the biggest difference for you?
So I would say tools would be Command and learning how to use Command. I know not all agents use Command, but for me, it's worked out well. It's kept me connected closely to my database. To systems as well is, systems on events, the smart plans that are offered in Command, systems in terms of running a small team, how that should be done, what to use, what meetings to have, when to do check-ins. I mean, there's so much. I've learned a lot, and it's helped a lot. A goal of mine, I think when I first joined Keller Williams, I just couldn't understand how an agent was getting most of their business from people they knew. Because when I moved here, I moved from Boston in 2003, and I didn't know many people. So, and again, the other brokerages I was at didn't teach me how to create or grow a database, really, And so, those tools and systems have helped me now to where more than 90% of my business has been past client sphere and referral.
That's amazing.
So that's pretty cool, yeah.
Your clients, like the people that you're constantly reaching out to, how do you keep up those relationships? That's what I was going to say.
How do I keep up those relationships? Well, Command, by doing texts, letting people know when I have events or seminars, or anything that I have coming up, or reaching out directly. I also have like my VIPs, my people that always refer me business. I hold, special events just for them at the end of the year, or, a pie day or different things is just to bring them fun value just because, just to show my appreciation.
Yeah. I love that. I like to ask agents that because, like Libby's very big on like handwritten letters, and some people
I do
are
that
like,
too.
I love that. People need to write more.
I do handwritten
Coupons
notes.
hard.
I totally forgot about that. I do birthdays, home anniversaries, if I know the wedding anniversaries. One client just, a past client, and I don't like calling them clients. They're like my family now. So, but she just announced on Facebook that she just adopted her daughter and left court. So I grabbed the picture off there, and I'm sending her a card.
Aww.
Because, it's things like that, and those I'll do a different type of card. I'll use a different system because it actually creates it in the card. But for other moments, it's handwritten. I truly believe in handwritten notes and continuing birthday cards and home anniversaries. Yeah. It's hard to remember everything you do when you're doing it, like, because I got them on my desk right now, and I'm like, man, but yeah, and even just lunches or coffee with clients, once we connect, I'll be like, let's just, we haven't seen each other in a while, let's just get together. And it keeps them referring me business, but that's not even why I do it. The relationships are so meaningful. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. It's so much more than just selling a house.
It's 100%.
Okay, let's see. So, how have you been able to scale your business since, or while remaining an individual agent?
Well, I've gone back and forth a little bit from individual to, at one point, I think I had a decent sized team. There was 4 agents and 2 admins. At one time, and now I scaled back to individual agent. But how I've been able to scale it, I would just say, is the systems and tools, and having the right hire. I mean, admin is so important. It's make or break, But I think that I know that has made a huge difference. Is just having leverage, and I may stay as an individual agent. I'm not sure. I do like mentoring agents, but then it becomes a lot more work, and it gets a little difficult to focus on the business while mentoring. Right. But I love mentoring agents as well.
That's amazing. I think I think I've loved, like, so many people are like, that's one of the questions, is mentorship, because it's like, it's such a huge thing here. People are they're constantly offering advice, or they're saying, like, you can come, like, watch me for a little bit and we'll do this, even past Angela's coaching program, just overall people being like, no, absolutely, I would love it if you came along with me for a day.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think that's literally the next question is, what role has mentorship or collaboration played in your career here?
On whether I was mentored?
Either or, if you've mentored someone, or whether you have a memory that stuck out from a mentorship that you had with someone.
I think, again, I go back to the servant's heart, and when I first joined, top agents were just willing to sit down and talk to me. Specifically Paige Morgan, she's been amazing and was willing to sit down and talk with me. Brenda Bashara did at one point too. Gail Harris, she's not really in the office much, but I don't know if she's still in the office, but she sat down with me. So I have had that. I have had the help, and I've done the same for others, because I have to pay forward what's been done for me. Kelly Allen, years ago, spoke with me on the phone and answered questions when I was trying to just figure it all out. And all of that just helped further solidify my belief that, okay, I can do this, right? Maybe I can actually do this, because at one point I just was like, I'm done with real estate. And I've really enjoyed being there for some other agents as well and seeing their success, like, share everything. Why not just share everything? And so that's what I've done as well.
Because truly, why not? Like, what do we lose?
There's enough for everybody.
Exactly.
So
all we're doing is helping someone else do what we wanted to do when we were at that place in our career.
100%. And that's why I'll do it, because it saved my life. So yeah.
I love that. That's amazing. What do you think that Keller Williams does especially well for agents who want that long-term sustainable success?
Well, the fact that we're with the company that created, the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, right? And having those systems and tools and helping you to know how to have a business that lasts, right? Over time, and to continue your career. And I think the best part about it is there is not just one way. There's not just one way to do it. If you go to all the top agents in our office, almost everyone's doing it a different way, but succeeding at it, and just figuring out what works for them. And I love that it's more about being true to yourself, because when you're true to yourself, you enjoy what you're doing, and then you're successful at it. So yeah.
I know that's like a huge thing for me when I was looking for a job, was like, because I'm a public relations major, so there's like so many ways you can go about it. And because like, yes, some people go the route of like representing oil companies that probably are not doing great things, and crisis management, and I was like, I would want to stay away from that with like a 3,000 foot pole. That's the last thing that I wanted to do, because that's just, that goes against who I am. I'm not gonna do that. And so it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you stay true to yourself, like wherever you end up, you're gonna love what you do, because you're doing what is the most true to you. Right. Okay, let's see what we have next. So how has your definition of success changed since you started your career?
It's changed a lot. So initially it was like, who's making the most money, who's, the recognition you're receiving. So different. It's more now about getting to live the life you want, meaning having time to do what you want. I had never traveled when I had joined Keller Williams. I had not taken a vacation, let's say it that way. I traveled because I had to go somewhere, but I had never taken a vacation. And in the last, I want to say 7 years, I've taken vacation. I've taken my kids on vacation every year, and even started taking solo trips. So to me, that's success, because you're like, I'm living a life by design, right? Which is why I love that so much, is what does a life by design mean? So I believe success is when you're continuing to work towards a goal, which I think Earl Nightingale said, that's the definition of success, when you're continuing to work towards a worthy ideal. Continuing to work towards a goal and living the life that you desire to live. That's what I've learned is success. Yeah.
That's amazing. One of my goals is to travel more, but obviously that comes with working more, making more money to travel. Yeah. Which is also a goal.
Great goal. Gotta travel.
Yes, I studied abroad last year.
Oh, cool.
For my degree. We just did international journalism.
Where'd you go?
Vienna, Austria.
Ooh.
We were there for 5 weeks.
Cool.
And a lot of people traveled while we were there, and they went to other countries that were nearby, but we ended up kind of sticking around. We ended up going to Salzburg and Bratislava, Slovakia. Wow. So that was amazing. First time on a plane. First time in general. A whole lot done in one summer. But it's. What advice would you give to an agent who wants to grow without necessarily joining a team or forming one?
That it's so possible, and why Keller Williams is such a good place to be if that's what you want to do, because there's are they calling them scorebooks? No, what is the name of that? The books that they have in command. Playbook.
Yes.
Playbooks. They have playbooks on everything. playbooks on being an individual agent, playbooks on being a millionaire real estate agent team, which is the book. Um, but there's a playbook on everything. There's a playbook on, do you love doing events? Do you want to cold call people? Do you want to do pop buys? Like whatever it is, there's a playbook on everything. Do you want to just do social media? There's agents that all their business and everyone they meet and help buy and sell a house is social media. So I would say use the information, because what I love about it is that they're creating the information from agents who have been successful at it and giving every single step. You just have to follow it. So yeah, I'd say just use the playbooks.
Looking ahead, what excites you most about the future of your business at Keller Williams?
What excites me the most? You know, that it's limitless. That's really what has always excited me and continues to excite me, is like we really can set our goal and choose to acquire it, and it's limitless. So that's what excites me, is that I never know the opportunities that are coming, because in this business and with all the people that you meet, there's always other opportunities that come from that as well. And the people that I get to meet, like when I look back at all the people I've met just from being in this business and what it's grown into, I'm excited about the new people I'll meet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about like just Keller Williams. You were like you said, there's always people coming in.
Yeah.
And there's people being like, oh, I know someone who knows someone
who
you would get along with great. Like,
right.
She's just starting to, and it's just, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love how it works. What is it? The Kevin Bacon number, the like connections. Yes. Another thing we learned in that math class. Okay, so this is the last one. Is there anything that I haven't asked you about that you think that I should know, or future agents or current agents who are looking to, just grow their business this year should know?
It's more of, what I wish someone would have told me is everything that you need to succeed at this is already within you. The fact that you haven't done it, or the fact that you haven't done it to the level of someone else that you admire, does not mean that you cannot do it. Everything you need is already within you. Use the tools and just go after it.